Hi, everyone. It's Sunday evening again, and I'm going to do a brief recap of what's been going on and some suggestions for a lot of you. First, I wanted to say an update on what I talked about last week. My sister in law up in Bettendorf has found out that she is not COVID exposed anymore, and she will be going back to work this coming Friday. So that's very good news. And then the friend of mine whose daughter is a nurse at OSF, she also is back to work. So we've gotten great news on both fronts in this last few days. Now, unfortunately, I have read the headline, have not seen the story that as of today, there are now 14 cases of coronavirus here in Warren County. And, it's quite obvious that, as disappointing as it is, and I am disappointed that we're not going back to school, that the governor's decision on Friday probably is the best decision, given that our numbers are probably going to go up. We all seem to think that Chicago is the only place where the coronavirus has had an impact, and that is not the case. Yes, there are a lot more people in Chicago than there are in Monmouth, Illinois, and they're going to have a lot more contact with people, and there are going to be many more cases. This morning I read a story that a high school student from Arlington Heights, which is right next door to where I used to live in Palatine, has died because of coronavirus, and that another District 214 student, so that's Arlington Heights, another student is in ICU up at a hospital in the northwest suburbs. And just think about how we would react if that was one of our kids or one kid that we knew from this area. It would devastate all of us. So we lament the fact that we are not going back to school, and we just have to hope that everything works out so that we can go back to school in August. And I really do understand the dilemma many of you feel and the feelings that a lot of you have regarding not being in school these last 9-10 weeks. And it's tough. It's tough, I think, on all of us. For teachers, you think that, well, we don't really care, and you have absolutely no idea. I spent the whole day today, and I'm not done yet, grading papers. My lit students each had 4 essays they had to read, and I'm having to go through those. And by the way, when it comes to that, let me tell you this. Some of you are putting forth an incredible effort, and I'm reading some great material. I'm trying to comment on your Google Docs, and I'm writing some messages. If you didn't send it on Google Docs, I'm hoping those come through. But some people are just going through the motion, hoping that I'll give them a good grade so that their grade will rise. And I'm not doing that. Okay? You're not going to get a good grade on a piece of garbage. You know, there was an old saying in radio, garbage in, garbage out. That means if you recorded something that was full of crap, that's exactly the way it would sound when it went over the air. I'm not going to give you that kind of credit just because you did turn in something. Hey, folks, 2 or 3 sentences does not make an essay. Keep that in mind. Your grade is only going to go up just inches when you're doing these homework grades because we've had so many. If you're going to do it, you better make it count. Otherwise, don't even waste my time. Okay? But back to what I was saying. We all feel bad about not coming back to school. But remember, you still have, much better than I do, social media. You still have contact with friends. You still have probably much more contact than I do with my family because outside of Linda and I, none of our family is close by. I mean, my mom's the closest by, and she's an hour away. My one brother is 6.5 hours away. So we don't have the ability to contact people on a regular basis. And if you do, stay in contact with those people and stay in contact with your friends. I'm not telling you to go out and get a whole bunch of you together and everything, because like I said, there's 14 cases now in Monmouth. We don't want this spreading. We don't want this contaminating other people. You don't want to take a chance on getting it yourself. That's why I'm staying home. And that's why if and when I do have to leave the house, I'm wearing that mask that I had on a week or so ago. Better safe than sorry. I don't want to. I mean, I know what it's like to have the regular flu. I hear this is multiple times worse. I don't want to go through that in my life. And certainly, given my health conditions, I'm scared of the possibility of getting it. So I'm going to stay home. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to still do it to the best of my ability and try to enjoy the time that we have. And, being with my wife now that she's retired, it's kind of like I am too. And we are enjoying ourselves. So find a way to cope with it. Understand it's not forever, that we're going to get over this eventually. It may not be on your timetable, and it certainly is not on mine, but I do know it's going to happen. So that's my message for this week. Get your work done. If you're going to wait around till the very end and turn it all in and expect it to be graded and put in the grade book, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not doing it. Procrastination on your part does not necessitate an emergency on mine. So you've got assignments, you get them done, you turn them in, and you do it on time. If you look at the top of the page, I tell you when it's due. And another round of assignments is going to come out pretty soon, tonight. I've got a couple of items to tie up, and then I'll get your assignments for the coming week off. We're going to have to still do this through the end of the school year, which I guess is May 22nd. So don't think it's all over just because the governor said school is over. The school is still going to provide meals all the way up till the end of the school year. And so I'm going to expect your work up through the end of the school year. All right, so that's my message. That's about all I have to say. Thank God that things have worked out for the people in my family and my friends this week. Let's hope we don't go through that again. Everybody stay safe. Everybody be healthy. Text or email me or even call me if you have to or want to, because I'm available. I'll see you later.